Channel 10 Sports presents high school football. Tonight, the Chantilly Chargers visiting the Centreville Wildcats. Hello, everybody. Matt Fetters along with Lee Bailey. We have played 18 district games in the Concorde District, and it all comes down to this ball game right here, right now for the Concorde District crown. Kick taken at the 15-yard line. Battles his way up to about the 33. Who was it, Lee? Who was it?
Number 32, Matt, as a matter of fact.
Who's not on our program? So we're off to a flying start.
Indeed, number 32 for the Chantilly Chargers. Was he not our mystery man in the last game?
I think you're right, he was.
Okay, well, then I dropped the ball. I should have figured this one out by now. 1st and
10 for the Chantilly Chargers, ball at their own 33-yard line. Chantilly with a perfect 9-0 record coming into this ball game, and of course undefeated within the Concorde District. Right around the right-hand side, Azebo Smith, the ball carrier. Pick up maybe 2 on the play.
Azebo Smith was looked like he was tripped up over there by number 77, Josh Snyder. That's 77 for Centreville, and that would be Sid Cashval.
Azebo Smith coming off of last week's ball game against Hayfield. He had 4 carries, 61 yards. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Chargers.
Chantilly's coming right at him, Matt. Just not even one right after another. They're going to hit misdirection plays.
Hunter Gickling, the ball carrier, battles his way just over the 35-yard line, and the Centreville defense is fired up.
Led by number 97, Tony Lucido. Tony was right in there, stuffed Hunter, and Hunter tried to get over top of him, was not able to get any footing. Watching some of these guys here, Matt, we were out there on the field before the game, running some option plays and stuff, practicing, and footing's not real good there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it is wet down there. Look, it might be very sloppy by the end of the ball game. 3rd and 7, 10-17 to go here in the first quarter, just underway.
Reverse.
Gets across the 40, doesn't get the first down though. Chris Mackey, the ball carrier.
Chris Mackey runs right into number 70, the Centreville line. That is Kevin McEwen.
This Centreville defense coming into this ball game, they've only allowing right around 10 points per ball game. They've got 3 shutouts on the season, and they've also scored just around 40 points this year, which you don't see a lot from a defensive squad, especially in high school.
The Centreville defense has really kept Centreville in several games this season so far.
Jeremy Brown, the deep back man to receive. Slow snap, he gets the kick off just barely. Taking it to 28. Squirts up to about the 37-yard line.
Brought down by D. Murray out there for Chantilly. Got down the field relatively quick. It looked like, Matt, number 9, Ramel Mead, was going to get in there and block that one for Centreville. He was close.
They've blocked a couple punts this year here at Centreville. A couple have gone for touchdowns after the block. Like you said, they just asked that defense just to make these Chargers have 3 plays and out, and that's what they did.
Tony Childress is the man for Centreville and Coach Folio.
1st and 10 from the 37. They'll air it out on 1st down. Childress couldn't find anyone, and wisely hangs onto the ball and steps out of bounds.
Knocked out of bounds there also. Kind of making him want to take the out-of-bounds route was number 92, James Sledge. What a name for a defensive player.
I know that he's got to be on our all-name defensive squad.
James Sledge. I'm going to give you the sledgehammer.
Clock stands at 8:52 in the first quarter. We are scoreless. We are playing for the Concorde District Championship. Gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Fumble on the ball, I think.
Jason Hatala, the ball carrier, coughed it up. They're still unstacking it. They say no. The referees say hold your horses. He didn't fumble. Centreville still has possession.
Down by contact, I'm sure. Got his knee down there.
2 similar defenses out here tonight. As we mentioned, Centreville giving up 10 points a game. Chantilly giving up 8 points a game. The swarming defenses on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. One thing, though, that's different is definitely the offenses. And you'll see Centreville, their offense is just several different players. You see the running backs switch off, the wide receivers. And Tony Childress is just going to give it to a number of different guys.
Around the left-hand side, got the corner, but dragged down at the 40, but I think a flag flies on that play.
21 to carrier on the ball for Centreville.
Jason Hatala.
And number 32, magical mystery player for Chantilly on the tackle.
Jason Hatala is coming off of over a 100-yard game last week. He had 5 carries, 106 yards against Jefferson. He also had another 106-yard game against Herndon. Centreville calls a timeout to discuss their defensive scheme here. 7:45 remaining in the first quarter. But not only are we playing for the Concorde District, we're playing for the Sully Bowl.
The Sully Bowl. Well, let me tell you a little bit about what the Sully Bowl is. One of the county board of supervisors, Supervisor Fryer, I believe, Michael Fry, or I'll probably get it wrong, I'll get yelled at, but I think it was Michael Fry, one of the supervisors. He's a Sully representative on the county board of supervisors. He decided, well, I got 2 big high schools here in close proximity, both in my area. I'm going to create the Sully Bowl. And whenever these guys play against each other, and they're both in the same district,
right,
we're going to have a trophy. And when we get a chance to see the trophy, we put Todd Franklin on the sideline on a mission. We'll see if he's able to
a couple hours
cough
we'll
one up.
See it.
Yeah. We'll see the trophy. It's a silver trophy, a bowl up on a pedestal or something. Danny Meyer was trying to explain it to me over the phone, and I was like, well, Coach Meyer, I don't think I know what this thing looks like. He said, well, guess what, Lee? I don't either. So, and this is what they'll be playing for every year. So it's kind of exciting, but really they're aiming for the district championship tonight.
Good field position for the Chargers. 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line of Centreville. Hunter Gickling, the ball carrier, straight up to the 40. Gain of maybe 2 on the play.
Shooting into the backfield right there at the line is Dante Johnson, number 20. He got his arms around the waist of, was it Hunter on the carry there?
Yep.
And just kind of swung him around and down.
If you remember, you loyal Channel 10 viewers, last time we saw Hunter was against Herndon. 17 carries, 120 yards with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. And not only that, but all the cheerleaders said he was the nicest looking.
He had the total package,
total
I think
package.
is what they said.
That's right.
2nd and 8. Another gain of about 2 on the play.
The magical mystery player on the run.
32.
Number 32 on the run. And number 2 for Centreville on the tackle, and that is Henry Pender, one of the captains of the team. The other captains for Centreville is Henry Pender, number 2, number 6, Jeremy Armand, number 10, Charlie Henner, and John Vatistas, number 53, and number 69, William Thompson.
Bring up 3rd and 6, we'll call it, just inside the 40-yard line. A little reverse around the right-hand side. Got some room, got a block, got the corner.
Oh.
Just dragged down about the 3-yard line.
Number 9 for Centreville brings him down, saves that one. Ramel Mead.
Running down to Zebo Smith.
I tell you what, he got a great block out there from his quarterback for Chantilly. Brian Henry is the quarterback. Brian got out there, just almost outran Zebo into the end zone there. And I think he put up a nice little block. Good run.
Zebo's had long runs of 47 and 45 for touchdown scores this year. He doesn't get the ball a lot, but when he does, he has an average of 8 yards per carry. 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They give it to the man.
Hunter Gickling gets inside the 5.
Hunter Gickling runs right into number 97 there for Centreville, and that is Tony Lucido. 230 pounds, 5'10", senior.
Hunter Gickling, he has 9 touchdowns so far this year on the season, and also a couple 2-point conversions to his credit. He's had 2 games where he has scored 3 touchdowns. 5:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Chantilly Chargers knocking on the door.
A little bit of an equipment problem there for Centreville. As they get that straightened out, they'll send Chantilly back into their huddle. I tell you what, dude, I've never seen more fans on the visiting side of the field than we have tonight there, Matt.
Packed house.
There's warmth in numbers.
Second and goal on about the 4, we'll call it. Smith in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Doesn't get in, though. Gets snuffed out there.
Brian Henry is snuffed out there by number 70. And it's Kevin McEwen and number 2, Henry Pender.
Brian Henry has been alternating quarterback all year long with Ronnie Cruz. Almost on every play, Coach Meyer would change quarterbacks, but Ronnie Cruz broke his arm, I believe it was, and so he's out for the rest of the season, so it's Brian Henry the rest of the way. Third and goal. Hunter Gickling straight ahead.
And did he get in there?
Chantilly says yes. Centreville says no.
Well, of course.
The officials say no.
I guess Centreville was right then.
Uh-huh.
Hunter Gickling, not an easy man to stop.
Not at all.
A lot of good second effort in there.
Fourth and goal from the 1 for the Chantilly Chargers. There you see it.
Number 32, who just came in the game, brought into play, is Mr. Jew. J-U-E is his last name. Don't know his first name, so we'll just call him Mr. Jew.
Look and see if he might be in the program under a different number.
Yes, I will do that.
Fourth and goal, straight ahead, touchdown. Chantilly Chargers.
Brian Henry on a keeper, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely, 1 yard plunge. Got awful quiet all of a sudden over here on the Centreville side.
It sure did. No, he's nowhere else to be found. Sorry about that, Matt. Brian.
That's okay.
Okay. That's a strange name. I don't know who would have a name like that. Okay.
Out for the extra point. Chris Mackey. Mackey's been very dependable. Muff snap. Mackey does a smart thing and just falls on top of it. Could be a break for the Centreville Wildcats on that play. So with 4:40 to go in the first quarter, Chantilly Chargers on top, 6-0.
Well, I'm standing here going, okay, well, let me tell you a little bit about something. No, well, I'll finish about this Sully trophy. Talked to Danny Meyer earlier this week, and I said, what's the deal with the Sully trophy? He said, well, it's exciting and everything, and this is the first year, but we're playing for the district championship Friday night. He said that trophy, maybe if we were both 5-5, we could get the team up. We don't need anything else to get them up for this game other than say we are going to win the district championship and be undefeated. That's what Chantilly's motivation is. Centreville's playoff picture here, Matt. Centreville's picture is this. They don't win tonight, they don't continue. They don't play any playoff games. They win tonight, they win the district, and they host Chantilly next week. So
I don't know. Do you want to win then?
Do you want to play Chantilly again? Yes, of course the answer is yes for all the Centreville players. They beat them once, they can beat them again, you know. But I don't think you'd want to play a Danny Meyer team after you beat them, like the next week, no.
Mackey to kick it away. A little squibber straight down the middle.
Hatala.
Jason Hatala still on his feet. He's got some blocks over here. Trying to cut it back in and gets it all the way down to the 30-yard line. Jason Hatala.
And Mackey's got to make the tackle. The man who kicked the ball off gets over there to make the tackle. I don't know about you, Matt, but I thought he went right into the pile and he was down.
I did too.
Well, you saw him come out before I did because all of a sudden you said, oh, he's still on his feet. I was like, where? Where? My goodness, what a run by Jason Hatala. Unbelievable.
That puts a little energy in this hometown crowd over here on our side of the field. Clock rolling along, 4:12 remaining in the first quarter. Centreville trying to even up the score.
Right up the gut.
Jeremy Harmon, the ball carrier.
He runs
picks
right
up 2.
He's stopped by number 30. Azebo Smith is in there playing both ways. Chantilly, you look at the sidelines, and we get a couple shots later on, you'll see Centreville sideline, tons of players. Chantilly, got a lot of two-way players in that team.
Yep. 2nd and 8, just inside the 30. Around the right-hand side. Whoa, collared and dragged down. Number 7 for Chantilly making that stop.
Troy Bilecki was the man who collared him, and he wasn't going anywhere.
Mike Baum was the ball carrier, trying to get around that right side.
Well, Mike Baum, once again, this is what Centreville will do. They're going to throw several different running backs at the Chantilly Chargers. So there's no one player. As far as Coach Foley is not going to give Danny Meyer's team even one player to key on. They're going to have several different running backs going different ways. You're not going to see the same player run much more than a couple times in a row.
Tony Childress on 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Going deep, got a man. Oh, just over the outstretched hands of Henry Pinder.
Looked like Henry got a little turned around out there. I think the pass was on the money. Childress got it out there. And Henry turned around, spun this way, and went, I just can't get to it.
Boy, was he open, though. Great job of flooding that zone over there. Confused the Chantilly defensive core.
Yeah, Chantilly, he was wide open. Chantilly, number 32, Mr. Jew, was over there, and he didn't know where the ball was going.
Bring up 4th and 7. Too close to punt, gonna have to throw. Childress, pressure. Still on his feet, dances his way up and around you're gonna mark it at the 26, 27-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds at that point by big Hunter Gickling, number 5. One of the things Centreville likes about their quarterback is that he can scamper around out there. He drops back. If you can't find a receiver, he can make something happen. And he's only a junior. So Coach Folio, his first year here at Centreville, first year coaching football, varsity football, is really looking forward to having this kid on the team next year.
Speaking of juniors, out comes Brian Henry again. As you take a look down there on the Centreville sideline, they're talking things over. Brian Henry on 1st and 10 with the Chantilly Chargers. Ball given to Hunter Gickling. Picks up about 3 on the play.
Runs right into number 69 for Centreville, and that's William Thompson, one of the captains on the Centreville Wildcat team. One of the things I think most of our listeners and viewers are doing right now is saying, hey, Lee, Matt, how come Brian Henry's playing all the downs? Where's Ronnie? And,
well, I covered that earlier when you were next door looking up names for us.
All right.
Ronnie Cruz, you're right.
Broke his arm.
Out with the broken arm. Henry on the keeper. Got a block, got the corner. First down all the way up to the 47-yard line.
Centreville, number 19, looks like he could have saved it there, Jamie Castro. That's a nice keeper. I think the defense went with the running back. It's a good fake.
Clock rolls, 1:55 to go in the first quarter. Chantilly Chargers with a 6-point lead. The Centreville Wildcat defense has been doing what most teams in this district have not been able to do, and that's get the ball back from Chantilly. Here they come. Zhu, the ball carrier, gets it up to the midfield stripe.
He's brought down by Dante Johnson. Dante swung Zhu down right on his gut. I think Dante's like, okay, I can't bring guys down on top of me anymore. But he's up and back out there.
I think it's Bawa Zhu.
I think you might be right.
I do believe, from a little research. I hope that's right.
Let's write that in here.
Bring up 2nd and 6, we'll call it. 2nd and a long 6 for the Chargers. Brian Henry's got a man split up to the top of the screen. Coming around the left-hand side, finally spun down. Chris Mackey, the ball carrier.
Chris Mackey did not want to go down on that play. Took several little Centreville players. No, I don't know why I said little. Several big Centreville players to take him down. Number 2, Henry Pender, and number 19, Jamie Castro. Yeah, Centreville, I tell you what, Centreville looks like one of these teams from like Oklahoma or something. They got some huge kids on this team. At least they look big. Maybe those pads are oversized or something.
3rd and 5 from the 48-yard line. Henry still got it. And he's got the corner and the first down. They spin him out at the 42-yard line, they'll mark it.
Brian Dowd running down Henry. He did not want to let him get too far around that corner. Henry saw him, tried to stretch it out, said, man, this guy's staying with me. What's the deal? I'm supposed to be able to outrun these defensive players. Good hustle on Brian Dowd's part to avoid a big game.
Clock ticks down to end the first quarter of play.
Wow.
Chantilly Chargers, yeah, quick. Chantilly Chargers in the lead, 6-0. You're watching Channel 10 Sports, FCAC. Keeping the fan on their feet and the spirit alive are the Centreville cheerleaders. Their Wildcats down 6-0 as we start the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Brian Henry looking things over. Zhu around the left-hand side. Got the first down.
Got some good blocks out there, too. Finally brought down out there by number 4 and number 2 for the Centreville Wildcats. Number 4 is Leonard Roberts and Henry Pender. We've been calling Henry Pender's number a few times here tonight so far.
Yep, doing that double duty.
There's the Chantilly band. Not to be outdone over there.
A little equal time
yes.
for the Charger band.
I don't know who the band director is for the Chargers, though. I'm sorry. don't have that information. Well, maybe I do. Let's take a look. Nope, don't have that information.
1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. 11:35 to go in the second quarter. Henry still got it. He's got lots of time. Couldn't tell if he was shooting for Zebo Smith or if he was shooting.
He had 2 guys running out there.
Rene Terrio.
Yeah. Had 2 guys out there. One got number 12, number 13, and number 4 on the defense for Centreville. And that was Leonard Roberts.
Roberts and Brown.
Yeah, Jeremy Brown almost looked like he was reaching out there. He was the closest man to that pass. You said that he had lots of time. He had 2 Centreville players laying on the ground on either side of him. Brian did, Henry.
2nd and 10. From the 27. Shu around the left side, spins his way, picks up about 3 on the play.
Pender.
Yep, Pender coming up to help out on the stop.
Yep. So it took him a while before he could get into my line of sight where I could see who it was.
Chantilly doesn't throw the ball a lot, but of their 2 quarterbacks, Brian Henry has been the most successful. So I guess if you're going to have one of your quarterbacks break his arm, it's a good thing it's not the guy who throws better.
Yeah. Well, Danny Meyer had something to say about that too, but we'll talk about that after play.
3rd and 6. Henry to throw. Right over the middle, falls incomplete. Flags fly finally. He was shooting it over there to number 96. I also don't have on the program.
Number 20 for Centreville. I don't know if you noticed, Matt, Dante Johnson. No, I think it was number 32 for Centreville. And
Brian
Dowd, yeah. He hit him, and then he turned around to the referee and said, not me. And of course, the referee said, oh, yeah? Here's a flag. Put this in your trophy case.
Clock stands at 10:41 to go in the second quarter as the officials march off the interference.
As good as a completion. I tell you what, that time Brian Henry had a lot of time. There wasn't nobody back there. Good blocking by the offensive front for the Chantilly Chargers.
That Centreville defense, though, they're doing a great job of spreading out and covering all receivers in the secondary. We got 1st and 10, ball at the 11-yard line. Henry with the receiver split way down here at the bottom of your screen.
A little bit of confusion in the Centreville linebacking core, it looks like.
Here we go. Zebo Smith looking for a block, which he did not get. And Leonard Roberts was the first man to trip him up.
Leonard come flying up, made that tackle, a la Darryl Green, who seems to be the lead tackler on the Washington Redskins. But good play.
This time a call goes against Chantilly.
That's not them trying to even it out, was it? That last play when they had the, here we see it.
This is the last play. Smith trying to come around. A whole host of Wildcats were in there on the sack.
Last play when they had the pass interference, it looked like, it's almost like Danny Meyer said, okay, all the receivers go down about 10 yards and cut into the middle. And if we don't catch a pass, somebody's going to run into one of our receivers and we'll get a pass interference call.
Clipping was the call. They march him back 15 yards. It'll be 1st and a boatload for the Chantilly Chargers at the 27-yard line.
A big boat.
Boy, that is a big boat. 1st and 25. 10-14 to go in the first half.
Hunter Gickling wants this carry.
Chargers up 6-zip.
But this far to go, I don't think he's going to get it.
Gonna throw it back over to Henry. He's got him.
Indeed. What a nice play.
But to not be fooled was Ramel Mead came over to make the stop. They got it back up just about to the original line of scrimmage.
That was a nice little Jude tossed that ball out there right on the money.
Yep.
Looked pretty good. You know, if Brian Henry goes down, here it is again, man.
You can kind of see the way he, you knew he was coming back with it because he really didn't tuck it under and head for the line.
And he knew exactly where he was throwing it because he had his arm cocked and knew where he was throwing it before he even turned around.
Yep.
Well, Brian Henry goes down and put you in there, quarterback.
He did get it just about up to the line of original line, so 2nd and 10.
Hunter Gickling.
Hunter picks up about 4 or 5 on the play.
Looks like it.
Henry Pinder coming up to help out on the stop.
Yep.
Also along with Dante Johnson.
Yep. You got them. That's them. Those two guys have been on almost. We've been calling their numbers quite a few times tonight. One of the things that Danny Meyer did say, I asked him about, 2 quarterbacks being down to 1. So the nice thing about running with 2 quarterbacks all night long, all season so far, is that either one of them, both of them are ready.
Yeah.
So one goes down, and Brian Henry's he's done it all. He knows what to do.
3rd and a long 5. Henry to throw it.
Ooh.
Just bounces off the hands of, who was that over there? Number 9. Number 9, Mackey.
Mackey, and he was Leonard Roberts was all over him. But I tell you what, it looks like Henry had the ball in his hands. Just put a little bit too much fire on that ball. He gunned it over there pretty good.
Mackey has scored once with scored a touchdown, 1 touchdown, 8-yard run. But he's got 34 other points. He's hit 3 field goals, and he's 25 of 29 on points after.
Mackey over there diving out to get the ball, and has to run back over here and make the kick for the field goal.
This will be a, what do you want to call it, 29-yard field goal.
That sounds fair.
Just inside. Good snap, hold, kick is up. No good.
Wide right. Wide right was the kick, and Centreville breathing a little sigh there.
So sure, I get done telling you what a great job Chris Mackey's been doing kicking, and he misses the 29-yarder. He had hit so far this year a 37-yarder, a 31, and a 28. And don't forget about their best kicking weapon, Jen Silvers.
But
Jen, as far as I could tell in my research, they've brought her out for 4 extra points, and she's hit all of them.
100%, buddy.
She's played on the soccer team and said, what the heck, I want to come out and play football. On 1st down, they run it straight up the gut. Harmon, the ball carrier, pick up about 3 on the play, bring up 2nd and 7.
Stopped by Michael O'Brien, number 99, and number 7, Troy Bilecki.
Clock rolls along, 8:07 to go in the first half.
I do like the uniforms for Centreville, though.
Yep.
And that light blue, is it baby blue? I don't think you tell those players it's baby blue. I don't wear baby blue, man. It's just light blue.
On 2nd and 6. He's got him for the first down.
Atala.
He slides out of bounds across the 30, but a flag was thrown. Jason Hatala. Should we go with Hatala or Hatala?
I like Hatala. Hatala. Actually, the Centreville's got that Carolina blue on.
There you go.
That's what they call it. Carolina blue, Wildcat blue.
I think here's another look at the play. Got him out there in the flats, almost made his way right over the penalty flag. Bring up 2nd and 7. Centreville trying to get a drive. Take up some time and keep that Chantilly offense off the field. Something that other teams throughout this season have not been very successful at.
Yeah, Chantilly's been able to usually jumps right on your back and kind of breaks it before even the halftime comes. And you got all this room to make up, and it's just hard to do coming in the second half. But Centreville's held them pretty good. This is Danny Myers going to have some talking to do to the Charger boys when they get back in that locker room. And girl. That's right.
With Jen down there. 2nd and 12 after the penalty. Childress looks. He's got some pressure. Throws it away before they spin him down. No flags. The Chargers. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Couldn't see over there.
Man with the white hat,
Yep,
referee.
Right.
Intentional grounding, I bet you.
You're right. You can just see it there in the corner of the frame.
He definitely, I don't think he was going anywhere with that ball except for Ford.
Yeah, that's the call, intentional grounding.
There's the Chantilly Charger. That's Mr. Ed.
Oh, Wilbur.
Oh, Wilbur.
7:16 to go in the first half. Chantilly Chargers up 6-0.
What's with these flags? That's the thing now. Have these big flags running around with them. People got them hanging out of their doors on their houses. People got to hang off into their cars. I'm banning flags from my life from now on. Flags.
This has been a Lee Bailey commentary.
That's right. What happened to banners? Like the one blocking.
3rd and a boatload, trying to get out of their own end zone. They're going to mark it right about the 2-yard line, I think they said he got up to.
Jason Hatala. Hatala. Tell you what, it looked a little scary there to me when he ran sideways in that end zone and then started to cut it up.
There's got to be a little fear in the heart of Jeremy Brown, who's back to do the punting chores from underneath his own goalposts. Not a real big rush. Gets a decent kickoff. A fair catch called for at the 34-yard line. Jason Murphy, the Charger, underneath it, waving his hand.
Good field position for Chantilly again, but let's see if they can do anything against the Centreville defense.
6:38 to go in the first half. Chantilly will try to add on to their 6-point lead, 6-0. As they fire right up to the line of scrimmage, you take a look at the coaches over on the Chantilly side. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Henry back to pass. Looking for a little screen, dumps it off. Got some blocks out here on the right side. Gets his way up across the 25 down to the 23-yard line.
Tell you what, the key to that play, Matt, was number 79 for Chantilly. Came back in to block off the man who was covering number 9. The guy shadowing Mackey was, here it is again.
Eric Lindgem.
There's Mackey. Oh, and number 32 for Centreville came back in there to get him.
I just hate it when that happens.
Yeah, well. Brian Dowd came back in to get him, and Eric just took him out of the play. Gave Mackey a nice little pickup. First down. Indeed. Good play for the Chantilly Chargers.
1st and 10 from the, we'll call it the 24-yard line now for Chantilly.
That's a new wrinkle in their offense as far as we're concerned. We didn't see that little screen.
Didn't see a lot of that. Right around the right-hand side. Gets his way almost up to the 20-yard line.
Number 30 on the carry.
Zebo Smith.
Mr. Zebo. Number 20, Dante Johnson, along with Brian Davis. And on the stop for Centreville Wildcats. Wildcat fever here at Wildcat Stadium. It is the Sully Bowl. I figure we'll do that for Supervisor Fry as many times as we can tonight.
We have 2nd and 7, we'll call it. Right at about the 20-yard line. Hunter Gickling.
Boom.
Battles his way straight across the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you what,
close for a first down.
Hunter Gickling looks like he's going to be stopped right at the line. He seems to squirt ahead for another 4 or 5 yards every time. Finally brought down by Dante Johnson back there.
Yep.
The total package on the field and, according to the drill team, off the field.
Okay. Hunter's sick and tired of hearing that, Lee.
I'm sure he is. But as the drill team said, make sure you remember to tell everybody. Here's the play again. Hunter hits right there. You think he's down. Boosts ahead there for another couple yards. First down is the call. Matt?
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. 5:09 to go in the first quarter.
I'll tell you what, they set up their little running game here. Chantilly, Danny Meyer has with that first play to Mackey. That loosened up that defense just a little bit because that's a dangerous play. You can make something big out of something like that.
Henry with 2 receivers split down here to the bottom of the screen. Back to Gickling straight through. Twists and turns and dances his way all the way up to just about the 5-yard line. Kevin McEwen finally making the stop for Centreville.
McEwen stopped him. I tell you what, it's I'm looking over the sideline here. No, they got about another yard or so, yard and a half to go for first down. It's a nice gain by the Chantilly Chargers. Here it is again. Brian Henry, you see him looking for the pitch.
Nice move. Kind of a dangerous move to lay the ball up there like that. But
I didn't see who that was, but he didn't fool that guy, but that spin allowed him to take that tackle away.
2nd and 3 for Chantilly. First back is just swallowed up by number 69, was it?
Yes, 69.
William Thompson.
Thompson hit Gickling before the handoff was even made. It looked like to me. I think Henry tried to get the ball back. Oh, my goodness. The Hunter's not going anywhere.
Looks like Centreville's been doing their homework. They know what Chantilly's up to.
And that's adjustments on the field because they've run that same play a couple times. Those guys are not fooled easy.
Mackey, Gickling, and Zebo Smith in the backfield on 3rd and 3.
T formation.
Gickling over the right side. I think Centreville was there to stop him.
Might get a first down, though.
Dante Johnson leading the charge for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he might get a first down. I think that's what Chantilly's hoping for. But no indication as of yet.
Tony Lucido, number 97 for Centreville, also on the bottom of that pile. Not enough. They'll bring 4th and 1 with 3:07 to go in the first half. Chargers on top, 6-zip. But that's not enough for Chantilly. Take another look at the last run.
Good stand. That was like a goal line stand, even though it was out on the 5-yard line. But Centreville, good stand there for the defense. And good enough stand that Danny Meyer decided he wants to come out and talk to his offensive unit. And he'll have a few words with the referee on his way.
He wouldn't be a good coach unless he did that.
And we see the Centreville coach out talking to his guys. And he's motioning up to the press box. I think what he's saying is, those guys on Channel 10 are watching you tonight. You know?
And as usual, they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, we have to impress them. Let's stick with my side line, okay? Let's stick with my storyline.
Okay.
You guys, we have to impress those guys. Matt and Lee, the most knowledgeable football people in the whole region.
Ian Keenan right there warming up on the sideline for Centreville.
I love those contraptions for kicking into. I'd have been a kicker if I'd had one of those in practice. I just hated running the ball down every time I punted it.
Ian hasn't been terribly successful this year. He's 7 of 16 on the extra points. That's a 44% ratio, but he did hit a field goal of 21 yards.
Well, let's see if the Chargers can show everybody why they're undefeated.
Big play right here on 4th and 1. Taking their time, trying to draw him off sides, and Henry goes straight forward. I think he's probably got the first down.
I don't know the mark. They may not give him that good a mark.
William Thompson of Centreville leading the guys trying to stop that plunge.
All depends on how nice the side judge is going to be.
Must not be very obvious, otherwise the Chantilly Chargers would be signaling to everyone that they have the first down.
Referee's calling timeout, bringing out the chains.
Take one more look. Big surge in that front line. Brian Henry just puts his head down and fires forward.
Big surge from the Centreville line, back right at him. Right back at you, says number 69.
It out. Looks like they're going to be a little short. Nope. They got it. Brian Henry right up there to let you know that, yes, sir, Bob, they've got the first down.
William Thompson, though, I'll give him the credit. He came in there and said, no. I'm not. You're going to have to fight me for this. They did.
So a second life here for the Chantilly Chargers as they pick up the first down inside the 5-yard line. 4 tries to pick up 6.
Wide open over the left side. You might stick him. Zebo might run over there in the left, but no. They're going to run Jew over there.
Jew around the left corner, racing for it. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Chantilly Chargers. He was running for that corner. The referee was doing the quickest back pedal he knew how to get out of his way.
And he hit right there on that post, that corner post. You knock that thing down with the ball, it's a touchdown. That's in the rule book. Here it is again, man. We see Jew get out there. He's running. Look at the referee. Oh, and he gets right in there. Stick his hand out there. Nice effort on the part of number 9, Ramel Mead.
Ramel Mead, yep.
Wasn't able to get Jew down, though.
So a 3-yard touchdown run makes it a 12-0 ball game with 2:38 to go in the first half.
Let's see if Chantilly's going to send out their Jen out to kick this extra point.
He usually doesn't do it until they get a nice big lead, and then he'll put her in there.
Oh, but if the other guy's not taking it through, however, Mackey, that wasn't Mackey's fault, the last extra point. For those of you joining us right now, Chris Mackey missed the last extra point, but it was one of those squib snaps. It kind of went right past the holder and everybody on the ground. So that's why the score right now is 12-zip, and hopefully Mackey can put one through and put an extra point on the board.
This could be a crucial point after, and that's why the coaching staff of Centreville is out there to make sure everything goes well.
They're going to go for 2 here?
Centreville is the team that's been having the problems all year long with the extra points. Their team total percentage is only 44%. They've only scored on 12 of their 27 point after tries.
Well, I think it's because they catch the kicker unprepared. They score with the defense, and he's not expecting the defense to score.
Not even warmed up.
Yeah.
Whereas Chantilly, when you look at Chantilly, their team percentage is an 84%, 32 of 38.
Try to get 14 points to the board, I think, Matt.
Yep, going for 2. Henry to throw. Gunning it for Mackey, and it's picked off over there in the corner.
Picked off.
Number 20, Dante Johnson stepped in front of it.
I think 32 got that one, Matt.
Do you?
Yeah. I think the same guy that almost got last time.
Dowd.
Yeah, Brian Dowd got over there and got in front of it. He's the one getting.
Take another look. We'll see who it is.
Yeah.
No, it didn't show us anything as far as numbers go. Nice job, though. Nice heads-up play.
Look at those pads on number 9.
Yeah.
Those look a little big. Just kidding. I say to the coaches on the Centreville side of the ball.
So with 2:38 to go here in the first half, 12-0 ball game. Chantilly Chargers on top.
You know, we shouldn't do this from underwater, Matt.
Yeah, I think you're right. At least that's what it sounds like to us in our headsets. Getting a little breakup, but we hope you are hearing us crystal clear at home. Or not, depending on how you feel about us.
That's right. They never hear us crystal clear at home. I feel like I'm in a goldfish bowl. Oh, there's Mr. Eel. There's that guy with the deep sea diver outfit on. Bubbles coming out of the top of his head.
Chris Mackey tees it up for the Chargers as he gives final instructions before they kick off.
You watch the Chargers, too. One of the things that they do, very disciplined team. They do a lot of the little run. Everybody runs out at the same time. And you watch how they do the setup for this touchdown, for this kickoff. They get down in a three-point stance. And they got a guy standing right up here. And he gives them the clue.
There you go. Nice little squibber off the front shins, and he had to hustle up, get on top of it, but I think he did successfully cover it up. What was that coming up there finally? Number 44 for Centreville.
Mike
Baum. Mike short hopped it off his shins, and he had to run 5 yards and get back on top of it. So it'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line for the Centreville Wildcats. They have 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. They're down by 12. Tony Childress doing the quarterbacking chores all night long. And he'll air it out on 1st down. Coming over here to the near side, he's got the reception over here to Jeremy Brown. A gain of about 7 on the play. Jason Murphy coming up to make the stop on Jeremy. Clock still rolling along. We're inside 2 minutes here in the first half. See that Brown split way down here in the bottom of your screen. He's got receivers split up to the top side too. 2 in the top, 2 in the bottom. Man in motion. First back through. He's got the 1st down. Got some room. Twists his way up to the 33-yard line. Jeremy Armand, the ball carrier.
Flag in the play there, Matt. Came in from the back judge. Didn't like something he saw in there.
Quick hitter for Armand, and he picks up the 1st down. Flag against Centreville, though. And they'll have to bring it on back.
I think our people at home are hearing us fine, Matt.
I hope so. Take another look at the nice play. March it on back. Bring it all the way back to the 50-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Centreville Wildcats. 1:33 to go in the first half. Down by 12. First decent drive they've had here tonight, and just in time. Receivers coming at you in motion. He's still got 3 split out to the right-hand side. Childress has got some time. He's got a receiver. He's got the 1st down.
Nice pass out there to the right side.
Pitches it out there nicely to Henry Pinder, who pulls it in for the 1st down.
Henry Pinder is hit out there by number 7, Troy Bilecki. Here it is again, Matt. Nice little pass. It's right out there to him. Pinder.
Childress had plenty of time, just a little bit behind Pinder, but he adjusted well to pull it in. So 1st and 10, ball just inside the 40-yard line for the Centreville Wildcats. Again, these stacked receivers down here at the bottom of your screen, out of your picture, and that's where Childress will look. Got some pressure, but he escapes. Stays on his feet. I don't know if he picked up any yardage on that or not. Childress wants a timeout with 1:02 to go in the first half.
It's been a pretty good game so far. Chantilly definitely has not opened up the lead that they would have probably liked to have opened up. Centreville staying right in this game. The second half should be very exciting. We should see a lot of action from both teams in the second half. No sitting back on your laurels at the Sully Bowl. There's no doubt about it.
Be very interesting to see what kind of adjustments are made at the halftime by these two coaching staffs.
So we're going to have to make some audio adjustments at the half up here in the booth. I think everyone's probably going, Lee, what are you talking about? We hear you fine. Well, glad to hear that.
So as we've said over and over, like we're beating a dead horse, we're playing for the Concorde District crown. Last week we brought you the crowning of Fairfax winning the Liberty District. Annandale, they've been running away with the Patriot District all year, so they've got that crown locked up. But over the National District, it looks like it might be a three-way tie with West Potomac, Stewart, and Yorktown. Lots of action, and we're glad to be bringing you this ball game here tonight. It's a dapper sideline over there on that Chantilly sideline.
Yes.
The way their assistant coaches all have the coordinated outfits.
You know, across the region, all the coaches have really become color coordinated. I really like it.
2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball at the 39-yard line. Childress to throw. Got away. Hunter Gickling comes over and knocks him out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
I tell you what, Hunter Gickling came in there with that big Lawrence Taylor tomahawk chop, tried to strip the ball. And Childress rubbing his leg there a little bit, might have a little bit of a cramp happening. We're on the groin section.
A cool, crisp evening here. I'd almost say bordering on downright cold out there.
I'll say it if you won't. It's cold out there, everybody. Chilly. It's a good thing there's so many people in the stands. I'll tell you what, the more the warmer, not merrier, warmer.
Childress on 3rd and 3. Tripped up as the freight train of number 99 comes racing
Michael
through for
O'Brien. Michael O'Brien is the number 99 freight train you're referring to. Childress, I think, might have pulled a groin muscle. He looks like he's working on the inside of his knee up there on his thigh. He's limping around. He's in a little bit of pain out there, Matt.
They can't afford to have that happen.
Childress is the man as far as the Wildcats are concerned. Wildcats been riddled with injuries. 8 injuries. 8 starters were injured, or they had 8 injuries in the Jefferson game. Ronnie Cruz broke his arm in the Jefferson game. What's with those Jefferson players, Matt?
I don't know. I think it's because all that technology they have over there. They know where to hit you.
That's right.
On 4th and 6, Childress going down the field, pulled in, sucked in there by Jeremy Brown. Nice catch.
Very nice catch, and he's just over the hands of Ray Detweiler. Ray Detweiler had good position on him, but that was a perfect pass. Childress got that up and over. Nice pass.
Bring up first down with 23 seconds to go in the first half.
Nice play there by the Centreville Wildcats with, how many seconds did you say?
23.
23. It's kind of hard for me to see from this angle
That's
here.
all right.
Keep me posted on that, will you, man?
Okay, I'll let you know as the clock rolls along. Childress with receivers 2 to the top, 1 split way down here to the bottom. On 1st and 10. Airs it out here to the left, going back to Brown.
Oh!
Just falls incomplete. Mackey coming over to break it up.
Wow, that was a heck of a play. Childress, 1-step drop into the box right there and just lofted it. I tell you what, Brown. Here's the play again. Watch Childress, 1 step. Whoop, up it goes. Oh.
No fooling anybody where that was
No,
heading.
that's right. But did you notice he just made 1 step and those guys kept him protected?
Yeah.
No one coming in there.
2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line. 19 seconds to go in the first half. Trying to make a dent in this 12-point deficit. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 21, Jason Hatala.
Hatala. Unfortunately, not too hot on that one. That was
almost too easy. It just floated in there, and he couldn't hold on to it. He couldn't believe he dropped it. I think he might have been looking up into traffic and seeing who was coming his way. Take another look.
Childress rolls out there, looks, got Hatala. Oh, man.
Couldn't quite pull it in over his shoulder. 3rd and 10 from the 23-yard line.
Pinder in motion.
Childress throw yet again, steps back up into the pocket, and this time nobody was open, and he paid the price.
Number 84, Renee Terrio. Oh, that's right. We talked about this. It sounds Danny Terrio. That's right.
Now you remember old Renee,
I remember now. Renee Terrio gets in there.
He's on Dance Fever here on Channel 10 right after the ball game.
Yes,
Stay
Renee
tuned.
Terrio with Chantilly Dance Fever. Starring tonight, I hear Hunter Gickling's going to be on tonight. So all you ladies,
5 seconds
tune in.
left in the first half.
I think Hunter's going to come knocking on my door this week. All right, man, I'm tired of this.
Oh. Centreville defensive coach, or rather Chantilly defensive coach out there taking his time, making sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be with 5 seconds left. You don't want to give it up an easy 6 points.
Now, you'd think that Centreville would pass here. And if I was Danny Meyer, if it was Chantilly in this position, he'd probably run it. But Folio, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen any of his teams play before. So we'll have to see what Mr. Folio decides to do here.
Well, I think if you went on what his teams usually do, they're going to go for that single leg takedown and hold the guy down and ride him for some points.
A little wrestling reference there. Miss Folio, Coach Folio's got a tremendous.
I was talking about field hockey.
Oh,
Childress going deep.
Touchdown!
Got him in the corner.
Wow!
Incredible. Number 82, Sterick Koldyke.
Man alive. That ball was put in there by Childress perfectly. Also, if you notice something, Matt, just like Folio told me earlier this week, I go to all kinds of different players.
Yep.
You're never going to see me go to the same guy more than a few times. Well,
Here's
here he
another
is.
look. Steve Koldyke in the corner.
Oh, and Jew. Oh.
Turn him every which way. They like that here at Centreville as they get 6 on the board with 1 second to go in the first half. Now here comes the scary part for Centreville. Can they get the point after? They're not going to mess with the kicking game. They're just going to go for 2. Childress back to pass, looking to the right side. He got it. Did he get it?
Oh! No!
Amazing.
He got it right into the hands of number 6, Jeremy Armand. Jeremy had it when he went to spin around. He just lost the ball.
Jeremy made such a good move, he even faked out the ball.
I think he made such a good move. I think his body twisted, but not his feet.
Amazing.
He spun around. I think maybe that's what happened.
I think it was Jason Murphy who comes over on the defense there, number 3.
Watch Childress roll out.
Look at Murphy tipped it.
Oh!
Oh, man, too bad. He would have had 2 right there.
What a play. Oh, I think, well, seeing him come off the field limping a little bit, when he spun around, he may have one of those twinges in the ankle, and his whole body just kind of went, uh-oh, and there goes the ball.
I think whether he's hurt or not, if you drop one like that, you're going to limp off the field.
That's right. That's right. Good idea. That's right. You know, I don't know if I'd be thinking so quick. I'd get up. Oh, good thinking. All right. Here we are back.
We're back. Sorry, Lee. We're back. You didn't miss a darn thing. Centreville with the onside kick as they do the gang onside kick. Clock still rolls. Time runs out, and that's the end of the first half.
Chantilly does it.
So some late half heroics by the Centreville Wildcats, making a 6-point ball game as time expires in the first half. What are the Centreville Wildcats going to do here, Lee?
Well, the Wildcats are going to have to do what they just did here. Pass the ball more, not able to run against the Chantilly defense. Get the ball in the air. Childress is able to do it. We've seen that here. Doing a good job. So that's the story there. Chantilly definitely going to the locker room disappointed they don't have more points on the board.
So at the end of the first half, your score, Chantilly Chargers 12, Centreville Wildcats 6. Don't go anywhere. We've got a whole second half coming up. You're watching Channel 10 Sports on FCAC. Welcome back, everybody. Matt Fetters along with Lee Bailey. Your halftime score, Chantilly Chargers up by 6. Concorde District crown on the table here tonight. And, of course, the Sully Bowl.
The Sully Bowl. Indeed. The Sully Bowl. Michael Fry was up here. I'm sure everyone's just terribly excited to hear that. The the Sully representative for the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors.
There's Tony Childers warming up on the sideline, and Todd Franklin's finally got something for us. Todd, what do you got?
Okay, thanks, Lee and Matt. You know, there's one important fact I want to point out here I don't think we've mentioned yet. You know, the most big and exciting thing that happened at the end of the first half for the last 4 minutes of the second quarter. Both teams looked very strong. Chantilly with a 6-0 lead could have just as easily sat on the ball. Instead, they went to the halfback option, completed it, and the last 5 plays they ran got them into the end zone. They went up 12. They got a little greedy, went to the onside kick, and just like that, Centreville took advantage. You're talking about 2 high school teams with the last 4 minutes could have just sat on it and gone in down six points. Instead, they put up 6 points. It's now 12-6. We'll see what happens in the second half. Back up to you.
Well, thank you, Todd Franklin. That was insightful reporting. Look forward to hearing some more stuff from Todd this game.
That's Jason Hatala, number 21, back to receive for the Centreville Wildcats. Back there alongside Leonard Roberts, number 4, as the Chantilly Cougars get ready to start the second half. Chris Mackey puts his foot into it. Hatala takes it up to 10.
Now Hatala's
move. Yep, gets it up to the 25.
Last time he did that, I thought he was down like that, and all of a sudden he's running down the sideline over here. Jason Hatala has done a tremendous job in this game. And here we go. From the first half, some stats I have.
Read them and weep.
As a matter of fact, for the Chantilly Chargers, Mr. Henry run the ball 6 times for 35 yards, and he's got himself a touchdown. Azebo Smith, 4 carries for 38 yards, big 32-yard gain on one of the carries. He also has a touchdown. Tony Childers on the other side of the ball for Centreville has thrown 5 of 8 passes, completed 5 of 8 for 61 yards and a TD.
Jeremy Arman, the ball carrier for Centreville, coughed the ball up, but it was quickly snatched up. I think Jesse Palmer, number 33, was the man who came on top of it. We're just underway here in the second half of play. Thanks for joining us. Matt Fetters along with Lee Bailey, Todd Franklin down on the sideline. 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Take another look at that last play. Arman I don't think he really coughed it up until he ended it. Bring up 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats. Childers out to the flats. Got Koldyke. Gets it up and plenty enough for a first down. Steve Koldyke, the man who pulled in that touchdown right at the end of the first half.
Indeed. And Mr. Touchdown, I think we're going to be calling him for a little while here. See if we can get another one on the boards.
Koldyke's touchdown came after Chantilly scored first in the first quarter. Brian Henry on a 1-yard plunge. And then Bawa Zhu had a 3-yard touchdown in the second quarter. And Chantilly was up 12-0 until Steve Koldyke pulled the Centreville Wildcats. And there they go, straight up the gut.
Look at him go. Motor, 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 motor.
Touchdown, Centreville Wildcats. Mike Baum, he was off to the races.
What a nice run. He is squirted in there and gone. You see his feet running? Like a motorboat, just rolling down the middle of the field. Uh-oh.
Flag on the play, though, way back here at the 40-yard line.
I think I just saw 3 fans pass out right in front of us over here.
And it is all for naught. Take another look.
Right at the middle. Looked like he got, oh my, what a nice run.
He was thundering along so hard and heavy, the camera was shaking.
It was. The fans went crazy here, and now, I think we need an armed escort for that referee to leave the stadium tonight.
So they bring the ball back to the 34-yard line where it'll be 1st and 14.
Nobody more disappointed on that call back than number 44, Mike Baum. Oh, he's over to the sideline, Matt. He's like, I don't know if I have another one of those in me.
Childress on first down. Arming the ball carrier. Pick up maybe 3 on the play. Hunter Gickling in there on the stop.
Along with number 84, also for Chantilly, in on the stop, and that is Renee Theriot.
Michael O'Brien, also number 99, in there helping out on the tackle. 9:51, clock rolling along here in the third quarter. 12-6. Just for a second there, we thought it was all tied up, but the flag brings it back, and the Centreville Wildcats have to keep this drive alive. 2nd and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. Childress keeps it.
Matt, I think we had a little bit of a misconnection on that one. Looked like Tony Childress turned around and he didn't have anybody to flip to.
Nobody was there.
Well, I guess this is not an option. This is one I have to carry.
Sean Norris coming up to make the stop for the Chantilly Chargers. Tony Childress going the distance tonight for the Centreville Wildcats at quarterback. He was 3 for 4 last week with 2 touchdown passes. Then on third down, he looks to throw. Lots of pressure. Pulled down from behind.
Caught.
Yeah, got it, though. Gets it out here to Jeremy Brown.
Jeremy Brown, number 99 for Chantilly, was all over. Michael O'Brien was all over Tony Childress. And Childress, with his shirt getting pulled down, just somehow got that ball out there.
Just barely got it out there to Jeremy. It'll be not enough for a first down, though, but it gets him up there, and it'll be 4th and flag down, though, against Chantilly. Nice break for the Centreville Wildcats. Too many men on the field is the call.
That's not like a Danny Meyer team.
No, it's not.
No, those guys know when they're supposed to be on the field, when they're not. Somebody wasn't paying attention.
So first down for the Centreville Wildcats. Big break, marching all the way down inside the 40, and they'll mark the ball at the 38-yard line of Chantilly.
A big break for Centreville, especially as well as Tony Childress has been throwing. Only 3 incomplete passes in the first half. Nice job. I was very impressed. I always thought of Centreville as a running team.
Childress gives the first back through, battles his way up to about the 35-yard line. Number 44, Mike Baum, the ball carrier.
I think Baum just now getting back in there after recovering from that run.
Hunter Gickling coming up to make the stop on Baum. Tony Childress has been a 55% passer this year. Take another look at the last run by Baum. Childress has thrown for 7 touchdowns on the season, and he's been picked off 3 times. So bring up 2nd and 6, we'll call it, just inside the 35-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Twisting and turning, can't find anything, is Jason Hatala. Or Hatala, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Hatala.
Bawaju coming up to make the stop.
Tony Childress going to run over and take his calls from the coach's staff, who doesn't seem like they're going to. Here we see Hatala again. Got nowhere to go. Tell you what, standing right up in there. Big number 99, not letting anybody go anywhere on him. Tell you one of the guys also, we haven't called his number tonight, Matt, but number 51 for Chantilly, Jonathan Wintrode. You notice how they're running either one side or the other, not trying nothing up the middle because Wintrode is in there, and I think they know better than to try and run it right over him, or that it won't happen.
See right there, number 33, Jesse Palmer has just checked into the game for Centreville, as the coaching staff is out there. As so is the defensive coach from Chantilly over on the other side.
A little bit of a funky drummer going over there with the Centreville drum line. Giving us something to dance to. I see you dancing there.
No,
Is that the funky
don't.
chicken?
No,
in there?
you don't.
They don't know that, though. I thought I'd throw that in there. Maybe our replay operator would be interested to know you might dancing up here.
Childress brings the Centreville Wildcats up to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 6. Around the left-hand corner, Hatala just short of the first down, gets it up to about the 31-yard line.
So what do you do here, Matt? You're Centreville, I
4th and
guess.
short. I'm going to let him roll out, and I'm going to throw it. Here's Hatala. You know, the stadium announcer here is pronouncing it Hatala.
Okay.
So should we go with him on this one?
All right. That's fine. Ottawa.
What the heck? We did it
What does
wrong
he
for
know?
the first half. Straight ahead, enough for a first down. Jeremy Armin on the carry.
Jeremy Armin, a big bullies his way up there.
And then he helps everybody else up off the field.
Jason Murphy tried to get in there to stop him. I don't think, though, Harmon's going to be stopped Mr. Armin is going to be stopped very easily at all. 217 pounds, 6 foot, he's a big kid.
Clock rolling along, 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Centreville Wildcats down 6-12. Trying to even things out, maybe get ahead here. First
Is that your
and-
egg timer?
Yep.
Okay.
First and 10 from the 28-yard line. Childers holds on to it.
Oh!
Not going to be fooled out there by number 3, Jason Murphy. Laid the hit on Childress.
He he did lay a hit on him. That was a little bit of an understatement there, Matt. Childress came in there, thought he saw a hole, and Murphy filled it quickly and used Childress to fill it.
Not
The pop.
Not going to bite for the possible pitch out there. Just go in there and nail that
That's
quarterback.
Right. That's right. Better yet, quarterback, come to me. I'll nail you over here. That's fine.
Bring up 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. Childress with 2 receivers split up to the top of your screen there, and 1 split down low. Childress pumps once, airs it out, little timing pattern. He's got it. Touchdown, Centreville Wildcats.
Flags, no flags, no flags.
Shoot it
All
out
right.
there to Jeremy Brown. Jeremy just flat out ran underneath that one and pulled it in. Ray Detweiler was the man on the coverage. And we're all tied up at 12 apiece.
Centreville Wildcats have their sound effect going. A panther going, oh, a wildcat.
Wildcat.
I'm sorry.
Here,
There
take
it is.
another look at it. Nice pump fake.
Childress puts it right up and right into the hands of Brown.
There you see it.
Unbelievable.
Keenan out for the extra point. Nails it straight down. No, wide to the left.
Oh!
So we are still tied at 12. So the extra point woes of Centreville continue.
That looked good from here, and all the fans thought it was good too. Everybody's like, yeah, we finally got an extra point.
An extra point that would have put them into the lead.
Indeed. That was, every pass that Childress has thrown tonight has been defended well. The defenders for Chantilly have been on their receivers, but the ball goes up and down right over the top, and nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Danny Meyer cannot be upset with his defense on many of these passes that Childress is putting in there. He's perfect timing. Guys are in stride. Excellent plays by Tony Childress. Very good ball.
So
I'm sorry, man, but I just noticed the special teams coach is out there. He's just wearing this sweatshirt. Doesn't look like anybody else on the Centreville coaching staff. And look over at Chantilly. They're all wearing nice sweaters. What's the story?
Don't ask me. Different budgets, I guess. So Keenan comes out to kick it away. He tees it up after missing that extra point attempt. But nonetheless, we are tied at 12. And just like this entire season has gone, that's a Zebo Smith back and Hunter Gickling at the bottom of the screen. Hunter awaits anything that comes in there short. The deep way back man is Ray Detweiler. Zhu picks it up and he's heading for the left corner. Gets a block by Gickling, but I think a flag is thrown on Gickling. And Ramal Mead is the man who hustles him out of bounds. Flag down right up there at the 26-yard line as the officials talk it over. They've got a clip against Chantilly. I think it might have been Hunter Gickling who was trying to give him some room to get around the corner.
You give credit. I mean, Hunter trying to make a block for his guy, but Hunter, you got to block the guy in the front.
Here's another look at it.
Well, we'll watch. See if Hunter Gickling. You see Hunter Gickling? Nope, not right now.
It's going to be way up there on the right-hand side. Yeah. Hunter was all over the backside of Ramil Mead, who still came over to help out. So that backs up Chantilly. We're now 1st and 10 on their own 14-yard line with 5:43 clock rolling along here in the third quarter.
Brian Henry looking fired up. I think the Chantilly Chargers team little disgusted that they're tied right now.
Henry on 1st and 10. Receiver split up to the top side, and there's some movement in the middle of the line.
Centreville.
Yeah, offsides against Centreville. So that's a nice little, 5-yard break for the Chantilly Chargers. It'll be 1st and 5 now. At the 18-yard line, we'll call it.
As my father always used to say, all gifts graciously accepted. And I'm sure that's what Danny Meyer's standing over there saying, no problem.
We'll take
Give us 5 yards, we'll take 5 yards. And it's still 1st down.
Clock rolls, 5:16 to go in the third quarter. Henry with receivers 2 split down to the bottom. Hunter Gickling, the ball carrier, battles his way forward for about 3 on the play.
He's grabbed by the ankles, Kevin McEwen. Kevin McEwen been on a few of the tackles out there for the night for the Wildcats. Wildcats. Remember that movie with Goldie Hawn, The Wildcats?
Yes, I do. Her football team won.
Yeah, they did. And these Wildcats have been winning except for the first 2 games of the season.
Another look at it. Hunter over the left side.
McEwen, textbook tackle. Got him right there at the knees, wrapped him up.
2nd and 2 for Chantilly.
Uh-oh.
There's the fumble.
Wait a minute.
The Centreville faithful in the booth next to us were calling for a fumble as they came to the line. And sure enough, Henry obliged, but Chantilly recovered.
Hey, what's this guy got some kind of secret powers over here? Right before the snap,
You better
over
get
here
to
in
know
Centreville.
him.
Fumble, sure enough. Ball pops out of there, can't get the hands on it. Brian Henry usually very sure-handed. That's an unusual exchange there from center to the quarterback.
Bring up 3rd and 3 for Chantilly. Ball just over the 20-yard line, as you see. 2 receivers split down low for Henry. Gets the second back through, still on his feet, I believe. Nope. Gets his way up to they're going to mark it at the 24-yard line.
I think Zebo Smith was on the carry for that number 30. Ran right into the line.
Should be a 1st down. Yes, it is. 1st down for Chantilly, so they keep their possession rolling along. Clock stands still at 3:33 to go in the third. We are tied at 12 apiece.
Centreville faithful over here just merely want them to get us the ball back.
Yep.
Let Tony work his magic
They've
in
been
the
asking
air.
the defense to just have them go 3 and out. Trying to get around the right-hand corner. Zebo Smith can't find anywhere.
Nice couple of yard carry on there. Zebo gets in there and doesn't go down flat, kind of works his way. Gets tripped up a little bit.
Tony Lucido leading the charge for the Wildcats. The 2nd and 7 for Chantilly as the officials want a timeout.
Here it is again. And there to Zebo. Zebo cuts back in. And take a couple yards each time. Notice how both these teams, Centreville and Chargers, Chantilly, run from the huddle to the line. Both teams.
Henry on 2nd, little double reverse, and I think he might have fumbled it.
Yeah.
Who's going to come up with it? Centreville says they have it. Do they?
Nope.
No. Chantilly maintains possession.
Referee just raises his hand, puts 3 fingers up, says no, it's still third down. Or it is third down now. That miscue, I think, started with the quarterback. Handed off and he hit Azebo a little bit. Azebo got a little bit off his run, couldn't quite get it to Jew. Ball pops out. Jew trying to does cover it.
On 3rd and 12. Henry looking to throw, airs it out. Azebo Smith just over his outstretched arms.
Brian Henry, a little bit of too much air underneath that pass. I tell you what, I give him. Brian Henry has got a gun for an arm.
He does.
He rolls out there, takes a look, fires it down. I believe, if I'm not incorrect, Brian Henry is one of the pitchers for the Chantilly baseball team. And
might very well be.
A lot of wins under his belt, I believe.
Leonard Roberts was also over there for Centreville to make sure that Azebo didn't come down with that. 1:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. The first punt of the evening, I believe, for the Chantilly Chargers. High snap, just barely pulled down, just barely gets it away. Takes a great bounce, but picked up and scooped up and returned all the way down to the 33-yard line, Jeremy Brown.
Jeremy Brown saw it bounce perfectly. Looked like he was going to back off from it. The ball bounced right up in the air. He said, I'm going. Here we go.
Brian Esmond, the Chantilly punter, who was back and had a heck of a time pulling the snap down and then getting the kickoff before getting clobbered.
Yeah, heck of a job, too. Centreville had the guys in and on him. How he got that punt up and through the 2 defenders, I don't know.
The big Mo on the side of the Wildcats. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Busted loose over the right-hand side. Number 21, the ball carrier, making his way down there, Jason Hadala.
You keep looking at our program for Jason's number. Tell you what, this kid Hatala. I like Hatala. I'm sorry.
You say Hatala, I'll say Hadala. Between the two of us,
and
we'll get it right. We'll get it right half the time.
There he is. Oh, nice hit in there by someone who's obscure. That's okay.
Bring up 2nd and 7, we'll call it. Ball just inside the 30-yard line. 52 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Centreville with new life, trying to take the lead for the first time this evening. Childress to throw, lots of pressure. Finally, they bring him down back at the 44-yard line. Michael O'Brien was the first man through to break things up.
And then the man to finish it all off, James Sledge. He should be a professional wrestler, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, James Sledgehammer. James Sledge did definitely finish that off in style. Watch this again here, Matt. Tony Childress takes a snap, draws back. O'Brien almost gets him. Sledge says, nope, you ain't getting away from me, buddy.
Who else was in there? Windrow was in there. This is live action over the left-hand side. Jason Hadala.
Back up, I think, almost the original line of scrimmage.
Yep.
No, he's short by about a yard.
The clock runs down, and that's the end of our 3rd quarter. We are tied at 12 apiece. Pretty appropriate. 2 teams that have gone through the entire Concorde District schedule come down tied at 5-0 apiece. And here going into the last quarter, they are tied at 12 apiece.
I don't even know what to add on to that for you, Matt. It kind of speaks for itself. That's exactly the story of tonight's game. Centreville playing a hard-fought game. Chantilly, neither one of the teams really making mistakes. You know, Chantilly had a couple fumbles, but they covered their own fumbles. That, of course, keeps them from getting the ball down the field. But Danny Meyer can't be terribly disappointed, except for the fact that the defense seems to be at every turn Danny Meyer tries to make. And as far as Coach Folio is concerned, he's got to be happy with the passing of Tony Childress. Tony Childress has done a fine and admirable job at quarterback for the Centreville Wildcats.
There you see the Centreville squad out on the field. They'll march back here as they spot the ball at the 34-yard line. And everyone adjusts accordingly. A fresh 12 minutes on the clock, 12 minutes to the Concorde District crown. Centreville on 4th down. 4th and 12. Childress has got some room.
Saw the hole.
Got the first down. Gets his way up to the 20-yard line. Tony Childress tucks it in and takes it down for a first down.
Tony Childress dropped back. Kind of, I think, glance. You watch it here. I think he looks to his right and says, ho. There's nothing here.
You know, for the first time this year, I've seen this Chantilly club about 3 times this year. This is the first time they're starting to look tired.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Chantilly, another team is Fairfax High School, is the same kind of thing. They're just good conditioned athletes. You don't very often see them get tired. But Chantilly, you just said, Matt, is definitely getting worn down by Centreville.
Battling straight ahead is number 6, I believe. Yeah, Jeremy Armin, the ball carrier.
Right now, I think it comes down to this. Centreville, to do anything, has to win this game. No question. Chantilly's in it. They're in the playoffs without worrying about it.
There's Armin, nice dive play over the left-hand side. Comes up limping, though. Might be a cramp.
I think when it comes down to it, Matt, that little bit makes it a tougher game for Chantilly. Centreville must win this game.
Absolutely. On 2nd and 5, over the left-hand side, Mike Baum, the ball carrier. Baum gets it up darn close to another first down.
I tell you what, I think Baum wants that TD. Baum's like, I want that TD, coach, that they took away from me here.
Sean Norris stepped up on the Chantilly side and said, no, not on this play.
Baum just muscles his way right up there in the middle.
Bring it up 3rd and 1. Just on the other side of the 10-yard line.
Oh, and
Childress keeps it enough for a first down, but flags fly. I think it was Mike Baum who was the man who was in motion.
Over here on the sideline, Matt, Jeremy Armin is down on the sideline.
It looks like they're working on a knee, maybe.
Yeah. Down right on the sideline. We can get a shot of that from our crack camera staff. You see him right down there on the right side of the...
It's either a knee or originally what I said, maybe a cramp. Here's another look at the last play. Childress, lots of room, same little off right-hand side play as before. But the flag is against Centreville, and they march them back to the 17-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6, we'll call it, for the Centreville Wildcats. So can Centreville keep things rolling along is the question. Childress on 3rd down. Right over the middle. And right over the outstretched hands of Henry Pinder.
I tell you what, there's a few too many Chantilly defenders behind Pinder in that pattern for my comfort. That ball wasn't as high as it was, and Pinder missed it. That would have been an interception for sure. Well, Armin is up now, Matt.
So it's going to be another field goal attempt. Ian Keenan coming out. This will be a 34-yard attempt.
He was hitting 43-yarders before the game. Shouldn't be a problem for him. Oh,
fake. Rolling out right, looking deep. Got a man in the end zone. Oh! Knocked away. Wonderful defense. Number 3 for Chantilly, Jason Murphy. They were gunning down there for Charlie Hanner. Rather, it's Charlie Hanner that was throwing the ball.
Right. Ryan Cookerty was the intended receiver, number 81. Yeah. Cookerty looked like, to me, Matt, I don't know, you called it a tip there. Looked like Cookerty had it in his hands. It just bounced out of his hands. Right there across the back of the end zone. Nice play.
But again, the discipline of that Chantilly defense, nobody was fooled. Everybody stayed home where they were supposed to be, and they were there to defend on that play.
Yes.
So Chantilly takes over, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. 9:48 to go. We're tied at 12. Henry holds on to it. Fumble.
Fumble Centerville.
Centerville recovers. What a break. And the faithful here at Centerville are happy to see that.
Wow, look at them go. They're
Brian
crazy.
Dowd, number 32, came up with the fumble recovery. I'd like to see the replay if it's there and see how Henry lost the handle. Here's a good look.
You watch here, number 19 in pursuit. Oh. Yep.
Looked like he just lost the handle as they got him around the corner. Big break for the Centreville Wildcats. 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line. They run straight through for a gain of about 3. I think Armin, the ball carrier.
It's good to see Armin back in the game after we see him over here laying down.
I think it probably was just a cramp.
Yeah. Well, like you said before, this is when Chantilly needs to step up. I don't see anybody with their hands on their hips. Yeah, a couple guys.
It won't last for long, though. It won't last for long. Henry up over center. 8:45 left in the ball game.
Give to Armin.
Armin trying to get around the left hand, but nothing doing. Hunter Gickling, yep.
Together in tandem, we say it. Hunter Gickling, the man. Who's your spotter over there, Matt?
My spotter this evening is my brother, Paul Fetters.
He's doing a fine job.
Paul's doing a good job. First time spotting. Nice having you up here tonight, Paul.
Well,
go get us some more food.
Yeah, should I tell Paul what you were saying about your brother
on last
earlier
week's
this
game?
season? Yeah. That brother of mine. Timeout Centerville.
Timeout Centerville. They don't want anything to get away down here. They got 3rd down inside the 10. They don't want a scoring chance to slip through their fingers. 8:03 remaining in the ball game. Knotted at 12. Boy, what a ball game. We're glad you could be here with us. Matt Fetters along with Lee Bailey.
Heck of a game tonight. A couple of other teams around the region right now that are playing that would have some kind of bearing on the Centerville game. Centerville, if they were to lose tonight, then that means to get into playoffs, Robinson High School and Lake Braddock High School would both have to lose. Well, as we're standing here on Friday night at this game here at Centerville, both Robinson and Lake Braddock are beating the tar out of both teams they're playing. So that's not going to happen. So Centerville really, I know I've probably beaten a dead horse here, but Centerville must win this to continue in the playoffs. And I think they know it too, man.
You think? Think somebody clued them in? Tony Childress has clued them into what they have to do here on 3rd down. 3rd and 7, we'll call it. Inside the 10, around the right-hand side.
Nope.
Hodela couldn't get around the corner. Coming up big was number 4 for Chantilly, Ray Detweiler.
Detweiler made a good tackle, got in there, hit him right at the knees. Watch it again here. Detweiler, not fooled a minute.
He worked his way.
Goes right for the waist.
Worked his way around Tom Keene, and now we'll try a 25-yard field goal. This one definitely in Keenan's range. Snap, kick, blocked right at the line. Chantilly picks it up, but they pull him down.
Jew picked it up, I think, yep.
Good thing they saved that, because then he could have taken it all the way for 6.
We need to see that one again. I did not catch who blocked it. Did you see who blocked it?
Look, no, I didn't. It was right in the middle of the line.
Paul?
Didn't look like he had enough distance on it.
Who blocked it? Number 16. Look at it.
There's the end of it.
I'm going with Paul. I know that you don't trust him.
A heartbreaker here for Centerville.
There is no 16, Paul.
He said 96.
Oh, 96.
I think there also is not a 96 on our program.
No, there's not. All right, thanks.
So a lot of good it does us. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Coming around the left-hand side, not getting much. Chris Mackey, the ball carrier. Clock rolls along. 6:42 left in the ball game. Take another look.
Mackey looking for something, not finding much. Only a couple of yards. Another guy in there on the play for Centreville, number 24, Brian Davis.
So they'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Chargers. Rebirth new enthusiasm for the Chargers as they dodge the bullet. Fake Henry. Henry brought down in the backfield. Number 32, Brian Dowd. He took care of his blocker and he took care of the quarterback.
Sure did. He hit them both. Brian Dowd sliding in there off the left side, untouched into the backfield. A little bit too fast for the blocker, I think, Matt. We'll watch it again here. A little fake to the running back up.
Oh, man. He scooted around the man who was going to block him.
Yeah.
So big loss will bring up 3rd and 15 for the Chargers. Drop them back at their own 24-yard line.
They're fired up. Jamie Castro out there patting everybody on the back saying, come on, come on.
Could we go to overtime?
We could.
What a way to decide it. Henry on 3rd down to throw. He's got a man on the right-hand side.
No.
Couldn't hold on to it. Shooting it for Bawa Ju.
I tell you what, I think Leonard Roberts got his hand on the ball. Good defense. Wearing those big shoulder pads.
A wonderful defensive stand for the Wildcats.
We watch it here again. Back goes Brian Henry looking, puts the ball up. Sure enough, yeah, I think he got his hand on there.
So.
Good
I think he
defense.
might have. You're right.
Chantilly back to punt.
Back to receive right there, number 13, Jeremy Brown. A single back, waiting for the punt. High snap, gets it away though. Not a bad kick. Takes a Centreville bounce, and they're going to down it right at the 47-yard line.
Jew on the downing. Is that right? Downing?
So here we sit with 5:05 to go in the ball game, knotted at 12 apiece.
And out comes the man.
Momentum definitely on the side of the Centreville Wildcats. They've got the home field fans behind them.
The Centreville Wildcat train is conducted by number 8, Tony Childress. Doing a fine job this evening. Tell you what, it's going to be fun to watch next year.
Childress from receivers split up to the top of the screen, 2 of them. Back to pass. Looking for a little screen. He's got to just throw it away, and he does, into the heart of the Centreville bench.
Uh-oh.
And they're going to nail him for grounding the football, throwing it away. I didn't think it was that bad. I've seen a lot worse that hasn't been called.
That guy's not happy on the Centreville side of the ball.
Not happy at all.
I just hope he doesn't make any kind of gestures to the referee while we got him on camera.
They are all over this referee here on this side of the field.
You know, if this is a Michigan State game, that guy might have been gesturing to the referee or something.
But those things never happen at Colorado games.
Never.
Never.
Oh, the fan's not happy. I will tell you, it seemed pretty obvious to me that Tony Childress got rid of that ball. But that's one of those deals where there's a receiver
there were people
at
there.
least on the flight line of the ball.
So it takes him back where it'll be second. Boy, this is more than a boatload. This is second in a world of yardage.
A world, okay.
4:33 left in the ball game. Tied at 12. Childress to air it out over the middle. He's got his man. Battles his way up across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Henry Pinder.
Only about a yard away from that original line of scrimmage. The Centreville fans are basically saying, that's fine, go ahead. Make those calls. Look at Tony looking, got a man wide open across the middle. That's the first time I've seen where the defense was off too much of the receiver.
Jason Murphy, the closest defender to the reception. They flooded everybody else deep, and he cut over the middle for the reception.
And the Wildcat fans doing the tomahawk chop over here.
3rd and 13 for the Wildcats. Coming at us over the right-hand side, right up to the midfield stripe. Huddle on the ball carrier.
Hatawa.
Michael O'Brien on the
Atala.
stop. Clock rolling along. 3:35 left in the contest.
Centerville's going to punt.
Oh, I hope we go to overtime.
I'd like to see a punt fake.
Most exciting time of high school sports, overtime in football. Big kick, nice kick. Drives him back to the 15-yard line, taking it to 10. This is Ray Detweiler. Detweiler is nailed inside the 15.
Hit hard by number 22, Courtney Mason. Gets down in there, boom!
They are fired up on the Centerville side.
That's the first time I've seen Courtney Mason out on the field. He may be a starter. I just haven't seen him in on the plays.
Number 22 down there pacing back and forth. He is fired and ready to go.
That's the only time he gets in the game. He did it the right way.
Out come the Chantilly Chargers. Brian Henry at the helm. He's got 2 minutes and 57 seconds to work with. Tied at 12 apiece. Henry will air it out. He's got him.
Mackey
finally pulled him down just short of the 50-yard line. Chris Mackey, the receiver.
Henry Pender on the tackle for the Centerville Wildcats. Brian Henry, gun, we talked about his gun already. He fired that in there right on the numbers. Mackey held on. Nice play for Chantilly.
It's so cliche, but here it is, gut check time for the Centerville Wildcats.
You people at home should be excited, because I know we are. Matt and I and Paul excited as can be.
1st and 10 from the 47-yard line.
Going nowhere.
Big surge from that Wildcat defensive line, and they shut down the running attempt. Getting up last there, number 22, the ball carrier of Chantilly.
Yeah, that's a new number to call on the run.
Dimitrios Kapados.
But not a new name for the game, but Kapalos, quite a few runs early in the season.
Yep, when we saw him against Herndon.
Right.
The place is shaking so much, things are falling out of the ceiling here in the press box. We're inside 2 minutes, 1:57, clock rolling along. 2nd and 9 from the 50-yard line. Henry to throw. Going deep.
Going long.
Picked off.
Yep. Matt.
Still got the sideline. Got some blocks. Ramal Mead still on his feet. Battles it all the way up inside the 40-yard line. And they're going crazy here at Centerville.
I'm going crazy too, Matt.
Kapados coming over to knock him out of bounds finally.
This is football, baby.
Take another look. It was way overthrown. It looked like he was aiming it for number 9 of Centerville.
Brian Henry hauls that one out there.
He almost didn't pull it in.
And, you know, he juggled it just a little bit like, oh, my goodness.
Yep. Meade stayed on his feet till Kapados knocked him down. Flag on the play, though.
Ah, gracious. Centerville doesn't care as long as we got the ball. It's all Centerville Wildcats are concerned with.
Absolutely. But all is not totally joyous here, for the flag will march them all the way back to the 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Centerville.
10, 20, 30, 40, almost a 50-yard penalty.
That'll be the difference. 1st and 10 from the 13. Minute 37 seconds to use on the clock. Sending everybody in motion.
Yeah.
Childress holds on to it as a host of yellow flags hit the field.
Illegal motion. You can't have 3 guys moving at once in the backfield. There's no doubt.
Childress gets up slowly because he knows what was going wrong.
Here it is.
Wow.
Again, you don't get to see it, but I think Childress realized when he stood up, he saw those guys moving. He said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to have to get hit for this.
Yeah.
1:37 left, tied at 12. Flag against Centerville.
Illegal motion.
And an illegal receiver?
No, too many men on the field.
Too many men, that's right. We're still working on it out there at the 13-yard line.
How many yards, referee saying to one the other?
Exactly.
Well, what the heck? We'll just march them back about 5 yards deep in the end zone. They can start from there.
Big break for the Chantilly defense. If there was ever a time for a big play on their part, this is it.
Well, it's still first down.
Yep.
Centreville's got that to stand back on.
They lose about 5 on the play. It's now 1st and 10 from the 7. 1:37 left in the game. Who wants to wear the Concorde District crown? We are tied at 12.
Who wants to carry home the
Sully Bowl
trophy?
More importantly, trying to break it over the left-hand side. They stand up Jeremy Arman, the ball carrier.
Also, I did hear the Sully Bowl trophy, they're going to award at the Winter Festival. Not even
They're
tonight.
not going to bring it out tonight?
No, it's too cold.
You know, you people in the Northern District, you just bug me. You wouldn't name the Patriot District the Godzilla District.
That's right.
Now you even have a decent trophy and you're not going to present it at the ball game. Come on, guys, what are you thinking?
I think, we're going to have to make you commissioner of the league, man.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll love that.
Matt Fetters, commissioner of the league. His first order of business is changing Patriot to Godzilla. Second order of business, we're awarding the trophy after the game.
There you go. I mean, when those Sports Illustrated photographers are here, there's not going to be any pictures of those guys hosting the trophy high.
That's right.
Unless, of course, it's the Concorde District Championship trophy. Bring up 2nd and 13. Just inside the 10-yard line, and they are rocking and rolling here at Centreville. Childress on 2nd down. Over the right side, just out of the outstretched hands.
Number 32, I think Brian Dowd over there. No, 82.
Steve Koldyke, the man who pulled in the big touchdown to end the first half.
Ray Detweiler over on the coverage.
Take another look. Just over his hands. Bring up 3rd and 13, we'll call it. 1:20 remaining in the ball game. Centreville's got to get out of their own backyard.
Yeah.
This is not helping things whatsoever.
Off comes Arman. Arman's still limping a little bit.
Childress comes to the line. He's got a receiver split to the top and to the bottom. Man in motion. Cutting up over left, slipped and slides his way up to the 15-yard line. Hodala, the ball carrier.
Hodala slipped. I think he had himself, if he could have cut back to the middle, he had himself a lane. But just a little bit, we talked about that footing.
He's not happy either.
No, I wouldn't be either, man.
Take another look.
Right there. He had that cut.
Slipping and sliding. With the Centreville
go for the punt.
They're going to have to. Who's in there to kick it away? Number 13, Jeremy Brown will do the punting chores. They're playing the fight song and they're dancing the dance here at Centreville. Talking things over in the Chantilly huddle. We are tied at 12 apiece. They'll send back deep for Chantilly, Jason Murphy, the lone deep back. The officials blow their whistles and say, let's go, gentlemen, let's play football. Clock stands at 1 minute, 13 seconds. Jeremy Brown awaits the snap. Lots of protection, gets it away. Fair catch called for, taken at the 46-yard line. Murphy doing a good job of waving it down. 1:06 left in this ball game. Finally, the Chantilly faithful on the far side rise to the occasion. They know this may be it. Here they go. Fire right up to the line of scrimmage. Brian Henry, the quarterback, number 2. Barking signals out way out to the sides. He's got receivers split up to the top and the bottom. Henry on 1st and 10. Looking deep over the right-hand side. Way, guns it over the head of anybody close. Leonard Roberts was the closest man there, and he was shooting it downfield for Chris Mackey. And, of course, the Centreville faithful want a intentional grounding penalty.
That's right. Listen, if you can call it against Tony.
Called against him. Clock stops at 1:02.
The Chantilly Chargers can break one, though. You know, we're looking down the clock there, 1 minute, 2 seconds. This ball could easily be in that end zone within
They are
that minute.
capable. I think it's Hunter Gickling time.
Indeed. Hunter time.
On 2nd down, Henry to throw. Fires it over the top of Bawa Zhu as the intended receiver.
Brian's getting a little bit of air under each of those passes to the sidelines.
Bring up 3rd and 10. 59 seconds remaining. It's interesting how Chantilly all of a sudden has just started throwing the ball.
No, I brought a mouthpiece with me tonight. And we were going to talk about that before the game. But
what a tough game
I'm sure
it is.
I'm glad I brought it.
Henry with receiver split to the top and to the bottom. And that's where he's going to go. Right up the middle.
Uh-oh. Brian Henry.
Finally coming over to make the hit for Centreville. Coming over is Jamie Castro to make the stop. They got enough for a 1st down. Clock stops at 52 seconds.
Just to move the chains, they'll start it right back up.
I was waiting for something like that because when I said it's interesting they've been throwing, you knew Danny Meyer had something up his sleeve. Throwing on 1st down, just over the outstretched receiver.
Same thing, Brian Henry. Doing that sideline play, getting too much air underneath the ball.
Chris Mackey, the intended receiver, who did all he could to get to the ball, but to no avail.
But Chris Mackey, standing at 5'8", ain't going to catch those passes. Need somebody 6'5", 6'6", maybe.
45 seconds left in the ball game. We're tied at 12. 2nd and 10 for the Chantilly Chargers.
Centreville D, it's time for them a gut check for the Centreville defense.
Brian Henry, receiver split up to the top and the bottom. And he's going to put it up. Lots of time. Coming right back over here, and it's smelled out and stopped. Bawaju was the receiver, but coming up quickly, saw it coming the entire way. Brian Dowd.
Dowd did that earlier in the game. Dowd was sitting back about 15 yards off of that play.
Yep.
He saw Brian Henry look downfield. As soon as Henry started to turn, Dowd was up there and on it. Watch it right here. Henry goes, he looks downfield. The whole time he knows where he's going.
Dowd was not fooled. You see him, you see him enter the frame. He's coming as soon as the ball gets there.
Yep. I think Dowd's back there, and as soon as he saw Juice stop and turn around, he wasn't even looking at the quarterback. He said, uh-oh, they're going to go to him.
Coach Meyer is out in the huddle talking things over, as so are the Centreville coaches. 33 seconds standing on the clock. Oh, what a ball game this has been.
I'm tired. I've got to, I'm tired.
Chantilly with touchdowns by Brian Henry and Bawaju. Centreville coming right back, Steve Koldyke. And who was the other Centreville touchdown? The second one.
The second Centreville touchdown, and I already gave away my piece of paper. Was it?
I can't believe.
Tony Childress.
Yes. No, it wasn't.
Didn't he run one?
No, he hit the receiver wide open in the corner.
And that was, do we have that receiver? Steve Koldyke.
That was the first one.
That was, okay.
The second one was the other corner down here.
Number 21, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Jason Hatala.
Henry back to pass. Fires it down. Picked off. And hustled back. Leonard Roberts heads up. The ball sailed over the top of the intended receiver. and out of nowhere, Roberts came up with it.
It's almost as if the Centreville Wildcat defensive coaches said, listen, we're going to put a man deep behind those receivers and put a man on him. We watch here, Henry drops back, fires it up. It's tipped by both, I think the defender and the offensive player.
Nice little tip drill. Roberts heads up.
That's why they do all those tip drills.
Yep. Clock moving along. We've got 12 seconds left in the ball game. I think Centreville's waiting for overtime.
Brian Curtis came over and drilled.
6, 5, 4, 3,
1, and that's it.
There we go. So obviously the Centreville Wildcats think they've got a good shot at overtime. This is when it gets good. You'll take the ball from the, I believe, 10-yard line. 4 plays to score. You can kick the field goal or you can run it in. We're going to take a short timeout and we'll be right back for the overtime. Welcome back, everybody. Matt Fetters with Lee Bailey. You have it right there. We are tied at 12 apiece, heading for overtime. Couldn't get any better than this. We're playing for the Concorde District Championship. It's kind of like the NBA. No sense in tuning in here until the overtime.
That's right. Well, man, both teams have played hard. They played strong. Chantilly, while they began to look run down at about the beginning or the middle of the fourth quarter, they're definitely back in this game. There ain't nobody tired right now on either side of the ball. Both teams fired up and ready to go at it. So what happens? Should I explain what happens?
Go ahead. Here's how it'll work.
Okay, here's how it works. They're going to have a coin toss. They're going to decide who gets the ball first. And that team takes the ball down to the 10-yard line. They got 4 plays in which to put it in the end zone. If they don't, that's fine. The other team gets a shot at it. If they score, game's over.
Right.
If they don't score, then the other team gets another shot at it. And they just keep going until somebody scores and the other guy doesn't. Right.
And it can be a field goal or a touchdown.
Right.
And here they go for the coin toss.
This is crucial.
The winner of the toss can pick either the ball or which goal they want to head towards.
You don't get to pick both?
No, you don't.
So which way do the Wildcats want to go?
If you had to pick it, there's the toss. Looks like Centreville might have won the toss. They're explaining their options to him right now. Henry Pinder, number 2 right there, one of the captains who they're talking to. Chantilly says, okay, we're going to run it down here on the goal to the camera left here. Hunter Gickling and company. Centreville won the toss. And they say, I think Centreville deferred and said, give Chantilly the football first.
Like it, yeah. They want to see what they do.
They want to see if
they don't score, if they score a field goal or score a touchdown.
Put the pressure on.
Difference
Absolutely.
what you decide to do.
And now they want the crowd to really get into this ball game.
And they respond in kind. There's nobody leaving here, Matt. I'll tell you what, there's not a whole lot of people down at the concession stands
They'd
either.
be fools to leave now. Tied at 12 apiece into overtime.
This is high school football. Excitement at its best. So, once again, what's going to happen here is Chantilly's going to start with the ball on their on the Centreville 10-yard line. If they score a touchdown, then Centreville has to come back down here and do the same. Score a touchdown and extra point.
Yep.
That makes a big difference too.
Yep.
If they score a field goal, and Centreville comes down on their first possession and scores a touchdown, Centreville wins it. Done. We can go home. I'll be happy because I am just exhausted.
Wow.
This team,
win or lose, a game that none of these young men will ever forget.
Hey, man, you remember '94, man? Channel 10 was there covering the game? Well, I don't think they'll remember
Chantilly, 1st and 10 from the 10. Taking their time. I think he was going for an offsides call. Didn't get it. So Henry stands up and takes the timeout. I'm sure a Danny Meyer plot there. Let's see if we can get an easy 5 yards.
And Matt, I'm going to go try and find the ECO guy here. Yeah, and they defer it right. Good call.
Right.
Okay, well, they get one extra timeout to go with whatever they didn't use in the second half, Matt. Straight from the man in the striped shirt up here in the booth with us. So I take his word for it. I'm sure he's right. This is all new to me. We haven't ever done this kind of a if this was a regular game, it'd be a tie.
And if you could, no, they do this overtime also.
Really?
Yes.
I thought this was just in these district championships.
It used to be that way. Now they do it all the time.
Okay.
The great shot is of the clock. It's not on because there is no time. Just 4 plays apiece. On first down for Chantilly. Henry takes his time. Hunter Gickling gets his way down to about the 6. Tony Lucido coming up to make this stop for Centreville.
I think the worst thing for Danny Meyer is that he has to stand all the way up here on the 30-yard line with his team, and he can't be down on the 10-yard line.
I'm sure both coaches, you see Hunter's run, I'm sure both coaches would like to be right up there in the huddle.
You know, this is a lot of confidence on Folio's part on his defense. All right, guys, I know you can hold them. Let's do it.
They've been doing the job all year. Second down from the 6. Gickling. He get in. Nope, just short. Just short. I said it before, and I guess now is when it's Hunter Gickling time.
Yeah, you know what? It's on the 1 foot line. Who gets the ball?
Yep. Dante Johnson was the defender who came up to keep Hunter out of the end zone. Third down on the 1. Tied at 12 apiece. Third play of overtime. Straight ahead, Henry, touchdown, Chantilly. The surge of that Chantilly offensive line gave him enough room to get in for 6.
And in comes number 3.
The kicking team hustles right on out there. Chris Mackey, he's been almost Mr. Automatic all year for Chantilly, gets ready to kick this one through. As usually.
I'm sorry, I just had to tell you.
That would be a good, nice touch if Jen Silvers came out.
That's not my call, I'm not the Chantilly coach. I just love to see that. It's TV, it's good television.
It's been good TV all night long. Mackey's kick. No!
Oh!
Guess it must have been what? Wide left, you think?
It's got to have been wide left.
So another big break. The football gods have been smiling on the Wildcats all night long, and it continues to go their way. So after one possession, Chantilly up by 6, and now it's Centreville's turn.
Now Centreville will go from the same 10-yard line. They're not going to go other end of the field. Stay right where they were because of footing, make sure that neither team has better footing than the other or anything like that. I stole your pen, didn't I?
That's all right, thank you. There you see it. And there's the goal line, and that's what they're trying to get across. 4 plays to get across.
And the Centreville crowd is completely quiet. Got the band.
Mike Baum, the lone back, gets the ball, battles his way up to the 5, just an inch across the 5. Oh, you can cut it with a knife.
The tension up here is just as tough. We just saw Baum run that ball right up in the middle. 5-yard gain. Give it to him again. Get another 5 yards. Hey, that's a touchdown.
Here we go. Second down from the 5. Looking to throw over the middle is Childress. Tipped off, intercepted, flag down. Flag down, not intercepted,
no,
just
not
incomplete. That would have been the ball game if they had picked it off.
What a play.
Trying for a quick hitter over the middle. The flag is against Chantilly.
Well, at least that's what Centreville says. Here comes the man in the white hat to give us the official.
One more look.
Well, he wants to change his mind again.
Tipped, and they couldn't hold the bouncing ball. Chantilly with a 6-point lead on their first possession of the overtime. Against Chantilly is the call.
That put that ball down half the distance, I believe.
I believe you're right.
Half the distance. In the pros, I think it would go to the 1-yard line because it was interference in the end zone. But here, I think you're only going to see half the distance to the goal. This is not the pros, is it? No, this is high school football. But this is a game
it's much more exciting than the pros.
More exciting than any giant Dallas game, any 49er Dallas game. No, maybe.
Well, I don't know.
That one should be pretty exciting.
Okay, you're stretching it. Okay, the ball is at the 2.5-yard line. It is first down. They got 4 plays to punch it in from here. What a break for Centreville.
Tony Childress taking a look.
Childress looks things over. Straight ahead. Armin, the ball carrier.
He didn't get much. It's fourth down, baby.
Setting things up are the Wildcats. Woo! Michael O'Brien making the stop for Chantilly.
This is where you talk to the coach. Number 82 could be bringing in a play that goes to him. We watch this again. Armin. Hunter Gickley.
Yep, Hunter Gickley tripped him up.
Takes Armin's feet out from underneath him. I think Tony Childress is going to go to the air here.
Second down from the 1. Mike Baum, the lone back, gets the ball and gets the touchdown.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Centreville got a much better kicking game than Chantilly. This, I thought,
no, they don't. They don't.
Well,
no, Centreville's had the problems, but Ian Keenan, number 16, has just come out. Well, Ian, right now, baby, you can save your entire season with this one kick. One kick away from the Concorde District crown. Good snap, hold, kick. Yes!
It's over!
Centreville Wildcats, 1994 Concorde District champs. Wow.
I'm having heart flutters here. I don't know. This is exciting. My goodness gracious. What a game. Centreville must win, and they do win. The Wildcats in the playoffs representing the Concorde District as the Concorde District champions. Who would have thunk it? Chantilly goes all year long undefeated. Centreville comes here and takes this game by a point. The fans are going nuts. Look at this. Concorde District champions. They got the sign made and everything up in the stands. There it is, right on the camera. Good shot from our man Tom on the field. You know that they love that they can show this sign to everybody. Unbelievable. The sign says it all, Matt.
A jubilant, victorious Centreville crowd. They're asking them to clear the field so these teams can do the post-game handshake.
I want them to clear the field so we can get our player of the game and do an interview.
Todd Franklin down there. There's another look at it. Baum battles his way through. Hardly anybody touched him. But the big play, Ian Keenan, much maligned all year long for his kicking ability, but when the chips were there on the table to take it all, he drilled it through.
He did. That was pure. Right through, up high, straight. And I think we need to get security down there for Tom. Keep him from getting run over.
What a heartbreaker for the Chantilly Chargers. Not only were they undefeated, if they would have won tonight, it would have been the first undefeated season in the history of the high school.
Everybody up here in this press box is just as fired up as these kids you see on this camera.
Don't go anywhere. Todd Franklin's down on the field rounding up a couple interviews for us. I'm sure we'll have the victorious Coach Folio.
There it is.
Yeah, there's the kick
extra point.
Yep, there's the kick that won the ball game.
I tell you what, I'm feeling right now for the Chantilly team. You know, look at them. Oh man, how disappointing to lose a game by 1 point in the overtime. I mean, there's a tear in your eye, Matt. You're feeling bad for those guys, aren't you?
Yeah, but what a season they've had. Undefeated all this way.
Hey, they're in the playoffs. Assured a spot in the playoffs. Guess what?
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't you say
Guess what?
These guys will meet next week?
We'll be back here. I don't know if we will, but Chantilly is back here in Centreville next week for the playoff, first round, right? Oh my! Here we go. Let's kick it down to Todd Franklin down on the sideline. He's got our player of the game, Mr. Tony Childress.
Okay, thanks guys. I'm standing here with the player of the game, Tony Childress. Tony, perhaps the biggest win of the year for you guys. How does it feel?
It feels great right now. I can't believe that we beat them. I mean, we just came out. They didn't think we could beat. They didn't think we could win.
What did the coach tell you going in there? You were down 6 points in overtime. What did the coach tell you to get the ball in the end zone?
He said let's just pound it at them, just pound it right in their face and just go with it.
Was that the theme to go ahead and run the ball? Was that the theme of the game to run? Huh? Did you want? Hey, don't worry about that. Go have fun. All right, guys, back up to you.
All right, Todd. Tony Childress getting all the congratulations he deserves. Todd a little frustrated, but that's okay. Doing a fine job down there, Todd Franklin.
Well, obviously it was a complete team effort for the Centreville Wildcats, but I think the difference was, as usual, as you take a look at Danny Myers with the squad huddled around him, the big difference was that defense for Centreville. They stood strong and they held the Chantilly Chargers to those 18 points, 12 in regulation, and that among itself was a great effort.
Indeed. Both teams, fine effort on both sides, but unfortunately for Chantilly, the sign down on the side of the field says it all. Concorde District champs, the Centreville Wildcats.
So there you have it. There's your final score. Centreville Wildcats coming out on top by 1 point, bringing home the Concorde District crown. We're glad you have been here with us this evening. Come on back next week. We will have a first-round playoff ball game for you. We're always happy you're joining us here on Channel 10 Sports. Matt Fetters, Lee Bailey, Todd Franklin, our spotter Paul Fetters, the entire production crew. Thanks for being us, and we'll see you next week. Good night, everyone.
Let's have a great round of applause for all participants in this football game.